friends, thanks for joining me. I thought it would be fun to show you 5 products that I use almost every single day but don't ever really talk about on my channel. They're in an array of categories, there's no rhyme or reason for it. I just thought it would be interesting to talk about things that don't normally get much spotlight here on my YouTube channel. The first thing that I have is the Sally Hansen Brush On Hair Remover. This is something that I saw someone else mention on YouTube and I thought I would check it out. It comes in a container like this. It doesn't smell the nicest. It's similar in smell to Nair, but maybe not as pungent as Nair is. And it has a brush and you can just brush it onto areas. You keep it on for 2 to 5 minutes and then you wipe it off. You might be wondering what I use this for. I use this for along my lip. I get peach fuzz, which it really isn't that noticeable to most people, but for me, I can feel it sometimes when I drink water, which is annoying. So I use this probably, I would say, once a month. I brush it on, I wipe it off, and it's really, really successful. I don't have any problems with it. It doesn't irritate my skin or turn it red. It also doesn't make it prone to breakouts. I know sometimes like when I wax my eyebrows, they can get prone, those areas that got waxed can get prone to breaking out. I don't have that problem with this stuff, and it's really affordable, and it will take me a long time to go through it. So I feel like this is a great alternative to waxing, because I know waxing can give you wrinkles, it can cause you problems, and this is just a lot less abrasive than a wax. The second item that I have is a hair item, and they are Bun Screws. I mentioned these in my What's in My Travel hair bag, and these are definitely good go-tos. I found these randomly on a swap. I thought like, oh, I'll give them a try. We'll see how it goes. I had seen them in stores, but I didn't want to pay. I think they're like $6 or $7 for the 2 of these. And I don't know about you guys, but I tend to put my hair into a bun mostly when it's wet, and I usually just use 1 to 2 elastics. And the claim on these is that they don't need to have an elastic to hold your hair all day. You literally just create a bun and you literally screw these in like you would a screw, and then you take the other one and you screw it in, and that's all you need, and that's all they claimed. And it's got simple instructions. If you guys want me to do a tutorial showing you how I use these, I'd be happy to do that. They really do work well. I have thick hair, and like I said, I usually have to use 2 hair elastics and some bobby pins to really get my bun all up in there when I don't do one of the fancy like sock buns, and this holds all day. I will say that a little piece of my hair, and it's not the Bun Screws fault, it's the length of my hair. I have different layers in here. I do usually have to use like 1 additional bobby pin just to get the one little short piece that didn't quite make it into the full spin bun, but that's a lot less maintenance, and I don't get that weird head hair, like the hair ache that you call it, you know, when your hair is too tight like the 2 elastics do. So I really, really like these. I think they're a good investment. The third thing that I have is an item that I use in the shower. It's kind of gross to show you, but I think it's good to still share it. This is a foot scrubber. It's at this sort of like handle piece here, and it's got 2 sides to scrub with. One side is really good for you to reach your heels with, and that's the, you know, this curved part here, and the other part is good for you to scrub the flat part of your feet. This is a godsend. This is really good. I use it every time I shower, and I can tell a difference. My feet will kind of ache to be scrubbed when I get in the shower when it starts to absorb water, and it feels so good to scrub with this. It has, you know, it's an abrasive kind of sandpapery texture here, but it doesn't hurt. When they're new, they can be a little bit rough, so you have to be a little bit gentle, and as it dulls down, you can get more of a, you know, scrub going. People who do my pedicures always will say to me, wow, you have really pretty like soft feet. What do you do? Do you think special for them? And I tell them that I just scrub them, and they always compliment me that it's important to scrub my feet. My mom had me doing this, I feel like since I was a teenager, and it really has paid off. I do have pretty smooth feet. I don't have any problems with it, and it's just, it's an inexpensive way to treat your feet to all the wear and tear. I know that I put through my feet, and I'm sure most people put through their feet. So I definitely recommend this. There are lots of knockoff versions of this. This is kind of random. And as someone who has gotten the knockoff versions before to save money, they're not as effective. They're not as good and scrubby for my feet. So I definitely do splurge and spend like $10 on these, which $10 doesn't seem like much, but when you kind of are looking at them and you think like, oh, I'll spend $1 for this one or $10 for this one, I want the $1 one, I get that, but it's not as effective as this one. So go for a more expensive version is all I'm saying to you. The fourth thing that I have is for my nails, in particular my cuticles. I'm abusive on my cuticles. I pick at them, I cut them, I do things to them that one should not do. In the winter, they get super dry, and so I've made it a part of my nighttime routine when I get into bed before I start reading is to put cuticle oil or cream on and then do hand cream. There are 3 that I tend to use the most. The one that I'm hooked on right now is this julep oil. It's the essential cuticle oil. I think I like it the most because of the packaging. You just unscrew it, and then you wipe it along your cuticles. It's got a roller ball in it all along, and then I kind of rub it in with my hands. It's not like super oily where it's like my hands are slippery and I can't touch anything, or it leaves stains on things, because it dispenses just the right amount. It has a really pleasant smell to it, and it's overall really, really good, and I like it a lot. But the other 2 that I also have used is the Burt's Bees Lemon Butter Cuticle Cream. This one is in a cream format right here. I used it a lot, and it's barely made a dent into it. This stuff is good. You just dip your finger and you wipe it along the cuticles. And then the other one that I really, really like, which I got in a Fortune Soap cookie, the label's kind of worn off because of the cream that I use. This is the Garden of Good Cuticle Butter, and I've used a lot of this stuff. It's really, really good. It's marshmallow scented, which is so nice, and it's just really soft and creamy, but the only downfall of the packaging for these 2 is that it can be a little messy. Really, this helps offset the dryness and the viciousness that I do to my cuticles, so I would definitely recommend using a cuticle oil or cream. Last, and probably the most used out of these 5 that I would definitely tell you about, is chapstick. I narrowed it down to my top 5 chapsticks for you in case you wanted to have options. Yes, I have more than 5. I inventoried my chapstick, and I have at least 12 different varieties of chapstick. You know, it's fine. I have an obsession. I literally, you don't have a single jacket you can find in my closet without chapstick in the pocket. I keep it in my car. I keep it at my desk at school. I keep it in my purse. It's in my drawer. Like, I am obsessed with chapstick, and I'm also always afraid of not having chapstick on me. That's how vital chapstick is. Where I don't wear lipstick, I wear lots of chapstick in place of it, and I just love it. The first one that I have is this Body Butter, and it is the, I believe, mango version. This one, again, the packaging is just okay. I don't like having to stick my fingers in things, and then I have one, like, moist, dirty finger, which is weird, but this stuff smells so good, and it is so moisturizing on the lips. Definitely recommend it. The second one that I have is this EOS lip balm, and what I like about these is they're basically inside out, outy belly button kind of chapsticks, and I remember I was one of the first people in my friends group when the EOS first came out to have this, and everyone thought it was so weird and strange that I had it, but it's just so convenient. I really like it. This is like a peppermint one, and I love peppermint smells, and again, it lasts all day. Additionally, I have a Noya Cherry. I don't know if I purchased this. It was in an Ipsy bag. It's really, really good, but it's pretty expensive for a chapstick, and it's a thicker formula, which is what I like about it. It's really great in the winter, and it is just delightful. Then I have just the generic chapstick. This is in the classic. It's got SPF 4 in it. I love chapstick. I love it. It's great. And the last one, the one that I freaking love the most about my chapsticks, is this Arbonne. It's just such a good quality. I think Arbonne is really overpriced, and this stuff is overpriced, but it's so good. My boyfriend's dad gives my boyfriend and me one of these for Christmas, and I steal his and use it, and I love it. I apply chapstick right after I put my moisturizer on in the morning. I like to moisturize my lips, and then that night after I do my hand lotion, I put it on. After I wash my face at night and put moisturizer, I put some more on. I mean, it's a big part of my makeup routine, and again, I always am applying chapstick in the car. Whenever my lips even think about getting dry, I apply chapstick, and because of all of that, I really don't have dry lips. I don't suffer from cracked lips, which is really nice, but I will say that sometimes if I'm applying it a ton in the winter, I can get some acne around here, and I think it's because most chapsticks are predominantly petroleum jelly, which your body doesn't really need to absorb that. It's kind of oily, and that can cause that, but I have found that as long as I'm using the right acne wash, I don't have a problem with it. So I love chapstick. I'd recommend it. All those kinds are really good, and you just shouldn't go without chapstick. That's all I'm trying to say to you. All right, guys, those are my top 5 never talked about but always used products. If you guys have any products like that, things that you don't really talk about much or don't tell people about that you just absolutely cannot live without, let me know in the comments below and I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Bye.